Alright guys, today I'll be doing a review of my Flowmaster 50 Series HD Delta Flow muffler. I've had this muffler for a week now, and when I was going to get it put on, I couldn't find any reviews at all about it. No individual reviews, just some stuff that Flowmaster would talk about on some promo videos for it, and what I did find was just people revving up their truck when they got it on. This muffler is designed for, according to Flowmaster, it's designed for big displacement trucks. It's a truck so it's for SUVs and big trucks, basically, is what this one's designed for. And when I was going to get it, I had a couple questions. I had, I guess, the same questions most people would have. My questions were, how much was it going to cost? What was it going to take to get it on there, and would it affect my fuel economy at all? So as far as fuel economy is concerned, I haven't noticed any real difference as far as the muffler itself changing anything. If I'm driving it normally, nothing's changed. It's still, this thing gets 16 miles to the gallon city and like 19 highway. So it's pretty bad on gas no matter what I do to it. But yeah, just if I'm driving it normally, there's nothing's changed. But the only thing is, because of the sound of it, I rev it up a little more, and you'll probably do the same thing. I rev it up more, and that burns more gas. And I remember the day I got it, every straightaway, I just opened this thing up just so I could hear it roar, man. It sounded really good to me. I loved it. So I know I burned a lot of gas that day. I probably burned a damn quarter of a tank just trying to get home from the freaking muffler shop, man. And then as far as cost of it getting it put on, the muffler itself is $130, and then there are kits. I think there's like do-it-yourself kits. If you just do a one in one out muffler, you can do a one side out muffler, and I think they have kits you can do it yourself and bolt it on, but I didn't want to do that. I'm a welder, and I didn't want the thing bolted on there because one of my buddies, he had a dual pipe like mine, and he went over a speed bump, and his was all bolted together, and one of the pipes fell off, and I didn't feel like messing with any of that. So I took it to a shop, and because I'm a welder, but I don't know, I'm not very good at welding on exhaust. The metal's pretty thin on them, and I don't have a machine in my home or a pipe bender, so I couldn't have done it myself anyway. So I took it to a shop, and muffler, installation, pipe, and then the chrome tips, which were $50 for the set. They are 18 by 3.5 chrome muffler tips, or exhaust tips, not muffler tips. They're just regular tips. They're not resonators at all. They don't make any sound. They don't add to the sound. They're just aesthetics. But it cost me $250 before tax for all installation and everything. But I'd say it's well worth it. I think it looks better the way it is. My muffler is a 1-in 2-out muffler, and I don't know if they have any kind of kits, a DIY kit for that. If Flowmaster has a DIY kit for that, you can bolt it on yourself or not. I have no idea. I didn't even bother looking because I wasn't gonna mess with it. If you can shell out the money, I would definitely recommend getting it welded on. It'll last so much longer, and it'll decrease the likelihood of it leaking and breaking. So I would recommend getting it welded on by a professional. If you know what you're doing, shit, go for it. Do it yourself, man. I'm a big DIY guy, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't want to mess with it. So, but yeah, I'll crank it up for you real quick and let y'all guys hear it. Alright, there you go, guys. I revved it to, at the high point, I revved it to 4,500 RPM, so I won't be doing that again. That probably burned a shit ton of gas just now. But, yeah, there you go. There's a sound for it. It's a nice, deep, throaty kind of sound, which is exactly what I was looking for. And as far as interior resonance, like what you'll hear inside the cab, if you're going on the interstate and you have the windows rolled up, this thing going down the interstate, if I'm at like 65 cruising, it's at 1500 RPM, so it's not revving too hard. And you can hear a little rumble, but you won't hear it that bad over the wind noise. And then if you have the radio on, you can usually drown it out. It's not all that bad. It's pretty mellow for a Flowmaster, which is pretty good. If you're not looking to have a outside of the truck, it's really fucking loud, man. If you're behind it, and if you're sitting behind me at a red light and I rev off to go, man, I'm sure I'm waking up kids in the back of cars. Sorry. Not sorry. But yeah. Final verdict, I would totally recommend this for anybody looking to get a Flowmaster muffler on their truck, 50 series.